Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again. Looking ahead to today's slate for the 5th of May. Hope you guys all had a good Star Wars day yesterday. If you guys celebrate that or whatever, or it's just a joke to you. But anyway, we are back at it here today. Hopefully, you guys once again did pretty good last night. Last night wasn't too bad for us. We were kind of on the cash line in some tournaments. We did cash in some tournaments, didn't cash in others. Cashed in most of my head to heads and stuff like that. I think we had like a 363, 364. So it just depends on what tournament you played in is a kind of how we fell in there. So, uh 50-50 day honestly just depends on where you played. Dude, I'm so mad. I had my dummy lineup and I didn't really like it a ton. It was too risky. Recently I've been playing more cashy lineups slash single entry tournaments. That's kind of what we have been playing and didn't really play it. I just played $1 on it just to see how it would do, and that was a mistake, man. That should have been the lineup I gave to everybody, and should have been the line I played money on, because that it took down the monster last night. Scored a 430.1. I get in the smaller tournaments like the $7 it wouldn't took it down, but in some of the higher dollar ones, it would have took down. Obviously first place. So that kind of sucks. Um, it sucks I didn't play it. Sucks I didn't give it out to everyone. But it's also a good sign. It's a good sign for what to come here in the next couple weeks. It says that I've been on one, and we really have been the last couple weeks. We've been more hit than miss recently. So like I said, I'm honestly feeling one. Hopefully something will come soon. Could have had one last night, but I just didn't play it unfortunately. So yeah, don't miss out on the big one. It's gonna happen. I know the end of the season we still haven't got one yet. Yeah, it's frustrating for sure, but you got to grind at it, right? DFS is it's daily fantasy, but it's a season long grind and everything we do. So come join us. We'd love to have you. Only 75 for the rest of the season with playoffs. Only 100 for the rest of NBA and MLB combined. I mean, that's literally some of the cheapest we ever done. If you guys have seen us in the past, we have been, asking for a lot more. We haven't been asking for much as recently because we all know what's going on in the world right now, so some people can't afford to be paying as much as they could have. So like I said, come join us. We'd love to have you. Like I said, if you want any more information, check out our Twitter and message us on there to get in as well. Twitter will be down there below. Even if you guys just want to say hi, have some questions, definitely hit us up. Or if you guys want to come join us, for either sport or both of them, we just told you what everything was. So hit us up for that as well. All right, so let's go get into it. A couple injuries as normal. We got Boston and Orlando. I think this one could be okay, as I've been saying, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Boston, they've been playing in some very fast-paced games. I get Orlando's not as fast-paced, but they do have some younger guys that may speed it up a little bit. So Cole Anthony, he's not really into him. RJ Hampton's your GPP play. I think some people are going to chase him for sure. This guy absolutely went off the last two games, playing 30 and 35 minutes. He is still coming off the bench. So, like I said, if you guys don't know this guy, he's definitely the top prospect for sure. Obviously, LaMelo, a lot of people not overlooked him. We're on top of him, so he didn't get as much fame, if that's what you want to say. But this guy's really talented for sure. Walking triple double, all upside for sure. It's his rookie year, so I don't mind the dude. I just don't like chasing minutes for a guy that's coming off the bench. I get it's the end of the season; they're playing a lot of their guys, but it's up to you guys. I mean, a half decent spot for sure. So if he's going to continue getting those minutes, you got to play him. But it just seems like when I play someone that's starting to get hot, they only play like 20 minutes the next day. So still a solid option. I'm not gonna play him, but this dude, man, I would maybe play him. I don't know. He's facing Orlando. Came out of nowhere against Portland. Had 21, 5, and 3. So as normal, this guy, he's really not a good basketball player. He just had a good night against Portland. You may want to play him here. He is going back to Orlando for the first time, I think. So he may want to go show up Orlando a little bit for getting rid of him. So if you want to play the revenge narrative, there's Evan for you, I guess. Brown's out, so you got to look at Smart, Tatum, and obviously I really like Kemba Walker. Tatum's a little much, so I think Kemba is 7-6. That's definitely affordable, and maybe a little bit of Smart. Those two guys I'm looking at. If Tristan Thompson out, I don't mind looking at Robert Williams. in a little bit. Is he a must play? Definitely not. But I think he can get you about 28 to 31, 32 in this one. I think he'll probably play about 26 to 28 minutes if Thompson's out, right? Williams is still coming back from a little bit of an injury himself. So he's an okay play. Mo Bamba, man, this guy's been playing out of his mind. I mean, another guy, half decent play, doesn't play a ton of minutes, but very productive in his minutes. But he has a little bit of risk, but also a lot of reward as well. So yeah, a couple from that one, Portland and Cleveland. So we'll have to see how this one goes. Lillard's getting up there in price. I'm not really feeling him, but it is kind of, besides last game, getting into Lillard time. They're trying to fight for playoffs here in the last 10 or 11 games. They're obviously in a tight one there with the Lakers and I think Dallas. So yeah, I mean, Lillard's gonna have to carry his team, so you can look at him for sure. If Garland's out, Sexton's okay. I just don't like targeting these Cleveland guys. Honestly, if Powell's out, Carmelo could come into play. He's 10th all time the other day in points now or something like that. So good for him. Chetty's okay at 5'5". I hate paying that much for him, but he's been looking half decent and playing pretty big minutes. So 5'5", playing 35 plus minutes, you can look at him. Covington's your GPP play. He's either going to get you 10 or he's going to go off and go get you 30, 35. So that is up to you guys if you want to take that risk. Allen's at 7'5", not really feeling him. So maybe one or two, nothing too crazy in that one. Should be at least a 10 or 12 point spread, but we'll have to see. Another one that could go either way. This one could play really close and competitive, or Phoenix could just blow these dudes out of the water. So, kind of like I said, kind of like Portland. If you think it stays close, target this game for sure. If you think it stays close and it's a blowout, you're obviously kind of screwed here. So, yeah, if it stays close, I mean, obviously CP3 at 8K. He just had 70 plus the other night, so he's a solid play. Booker's been absolutely on 8K. Either way, even if it is blowout, I do like Booker. And that's really it. So I guess look at Young, Bogdanovich, maybe Booker, and then maybe a little bit of Paul. Washington, Milwaukee, we'll have to see if Giannis plays. Should get news on him if he plays. If he's out, obviously you got to look at Bobby, you got to look at Drew, you got to go look at Middleton. Those three guys are the main guys to look at, especially against Washington. And, they're going to be very popular for obvious reasons. If he does play, still give him a look at 11-4. Don't mind looking at Westbrook. Not the greatest matchup against Holiday, but one thing about Westbrook, he doesn't have to rely on his shooting, right? He only had 14 points to get to Indiana, but this guy had 21 rebounds and 24 assists. My goodness, man, this is the Westbrook that we saw about like I said, 4 to 5 years ago, when he was just killing it, man. So good to see him back and healthy, and kind of being a ball hog, but that's how Westbrook is. But fantasy wise, we don't care, right? We like ball hogs. So yeah, as I mentioned, those guys I do like quite a bit. I'm not really touching Beal. Reeves, I guess, okay, and like I said, that's mostly it. So if Giannis sits, Portis, Middleton, Drew Holiday, Westbrook is the four that I am going to be looking at. If Giannis plays, Middleton's still okay, Holiday's still okay. They're not must-haves, and Portis is nowhere to be found. And then obviously Giannis for sure. So just keep an eye on that one. Sacramento and Indiana in this one. Sabonis at 10-3. I don't mind him. Sacramento is pretty good against the interior, but this guy's playing out of his mind, and he has a massive usage rate. So, like I said, if Brogdon and a couple of these guys start coming back, I'll probably ease up a little bit. But as of now, man, he's the main guy over there with LeVert. So, keep an eye on Brogdon for sure. If Fox is out and Halberton are out again, Delon Wright will be popular for obvious reasons, like he was last night. I don't even mind taking a shot with Buddy Hield. I usually don't like playing the dude. He's burnt me so many times, but we kind of saw last night he was, kind of an all-around player with Halberton being out. So, got to look at Buddy as well. I think this game could play relatively fast. This guy, like I said, he had a bad one for sure. Only had 4 rebounds. Obviously, Sabonis took most of those, but I don't mind looking at him again. I think his salary dropped like $1,000 or something, or somewhere around there. But got to look at him. If Holiday and Edmund Sumner are out again, don't mind giving a little shot on Aaron Holiday. Should have low ownership and a guy that's going to get you about 23 to 25 fantasy points. LeVert's all right as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind putting this game in here. We'll have to see if Bagley plays on the back-to-back. I'm not sure if they're there yet, but maybe if he's out, I definitely don't mind taking a shot on Rashawn Holmes if Bagley is out. Philadelphia, Houston, this one could be an absolute just not good fantasy wise. I mean, I could see Embiid, Simmons, and Harris Hall playing like 23 to 25 minutes. Houston, as of recently, have been fighting a little bit more, right? Like at halftime, they're usually tied at half and then absolutely get destroyed in the third. So maybe, I guess, put them in there, but definitely not too safe. But if for some weird reason this game stays safe, Embiid could absolutely get you 65 to 80, honestly, here against Houston. I could see it, but looks like they're kind of easing him. He's not really playing massive minutes since he's came back. So no reason to really play big minutes, obviously, and you're facing Houston. So besides that, I don't have a ton. Wood's expensive. Kelly's a little much. Yeah, I'm just not really feeling any of those guys. Curry could be an okay game. Okay pick. Memphis, Minnesota, another game not too into. Ja Moran at 7K hasn't been playing great, but I think he can still get you like 34 to 36. He could be an okay option, but nothing you're gonna really want to talk about too much, and that's really it. I don't have a ton. Val, the salary's all messed up. Val's okay. He's been playing a little better, um, but he's 8K now. So I don't know. I'm not really too into it. We'll have to see. New York and Denver. Like I said, it's hard to say this, but New York is a pretty good team this year. Good for them. They're finally good. It's been a couple years for them. Anyway, yeah, New York and Denver. Jokic is going to play. Nerlens Noel is questionable. I don't think we'll get word, but if we get word, Nerlens Noel is out. Don't mind taking a shot at Taj Gibson again. He's not really an offensive guy, and usually not a big block upside guy. So keep that in mind. He might get you about 23 to 25 in this one, kind of where he would sit. So, is he a cash game? Definitely not, right? We saw against Houston, he only had 12 points in 31 minutes. So, he's an all right play. Like I said, he had those 5 blocks. That's what really set him off. But I could see, like I said, probably sitting around 2022. So, he's an okay play. I obviously just realized his price is at 4.6. So, not as good as a play than I just thought a couple seconds ago. So, that was my bad. Randall, not bad at 9.7. I really think this game could be competitive. Porter, RJ Barrett are half decent options. And got to look at D Rose as well in composites, but definitely don't mind Rose at 6.2. All right, last but not least, San Antonio and Utah. So these guys played a little bit ago, and on that Utah side, fantasy points were pretty dang good for sure. Clarkson's okay, but as I said, not a ton of upside right now for him. Joe and Bojan, both of them look pretty solid, especially Bogdanovic. Rudy Gay didn't look too bad off the bench at 5.5. Did only play 22 minutes, so keep that in mind. Only played 36 against Philly because he, started that game. But usually this guy's not going to play big minutes, so I don't like spending that much on a guy that's going to play 20 minutes. And Rudy, I picked him the other night, and he was pretty solid for us. We did win 2 nights ago. I didn't do a video, I don't think, on it, but we did win 2 nights ago. Then last night was like I said, a 50-50. So overall, still doing pretty good. But we did pick Rudy. I'm not as high on him here at 8.4. All right, let's go pick a couple guys that I'm liking for you. So right away, I think you got to look at Westbrook. I will say this once because it's obviously repetitive. If Giannis is out, Drew Holiday, Portis, and Middleton should all be in your guys' lineup in cash games. I don't mind looking at Kemba if you don't want to go Westbrook, if you don't have the money for him. I think Kemba could be in a half decent spot at 7.6 with no Brown. I don't mind D Rose, more of a cash game play, 30 to 33 for the guy. RJ Hampton is your GPP boomer bust. Campazzo's 22 to 25 kind of guy for you. And that's mostly it there. Murray's okay if you want, I guess. Let me see what we got going on. I really don't mind Booker at 8K. I still think really cheap. Smart, not too bad of a spot either. And then, like I said, Holiday at 4.3. If Sumner and Brogdon are out again, I don't mind the dude at 4.3. I think, like I said, he can get you about 23, 25 points. Small forward, already mentioned Middleton. Porter's okay. If Fox is out, which I think he should be, don't mind taking a shot with Buddy. And I forgot to mention him. Obviously, I'm just plugging in people. I'm not really making a lineup. Delon Wright as well. You could look at those two against Indiana. I think that could be a good one. Like I said, even this guy, you can put him in there. I'm not gonna say his name because I always butcher it. RJ is not bad either. I mean, it's probably a simple name. I'm just not the smartest. You got Chatty as well. If Pal's out, I could see Carmelo being a half decent sleeper pick. You see power forwards if Giannis plays. Got to look at him. Sabonis, I really like him at 10-3. Would take Sabonis over Tatum here. Randall, I don't mind him at 9-7 either. Another good play if you can't afford Sabonis. Portis, as I mentioned. Um, Wagner, his shot's been all over the place, but I don't mind looking at him. This guy's playing absolutely massive minutes. So, yeah, man, I don't mind taking a little shot with him at 4-9. Probably a little bit better shot than Taj Gibson. See, nothing else. Centers, Jokic is okay. I think it's just going to be a normal 55 game from him. Let me see. Only if Bagley's out, I think Holmes could be worth a look. Mobamba could be worth a look, but his minutes aren't there. Williams is an okay play, and that's kind of what we're looking at in that one. So, as normal, a little bit of injuries are going to come out and change things up a little bit, but that's what we got going on right now. So, once again, it was an all right night for us last night. Like I said, depending on what tournament you played in, we did cash, so kind of a 50-50 right there. But as I mentioned, our dummy lineup that I didn't play at all, like I said, $1 and didn't give to anyone, which just sucks, man, because it was a takedown. Scored a 430.1 last night. Did take down the monster. Well, I guess it tied in the monster. I guess it was relatively popular, but it sucks. It sucks. But like I said, it's a good sign because we're on the right track. So come join us. Only $75 for the rest of the NBA season with playoffs. That's like, about a month and a half or so, maybe almost 2 months. So and we're going to include single games once it gets down to it. So come join us for that, or very very cheap $100 for both MLB and NBA. MLB doesn't end until like September, October, so that's literally $25 for the entire year of MLB. Really dang cheap, and been looking pretty good over there as well. So all right, guys, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.